92.7 WOBM, Ocean County's hometown station. Broadcasting from the boards. Live from the Community Medical Center, Seaside Park, Boardwalk Studio. This is 92.7 WOBM and WOBM.com.
And welcome to your Friday, a beautiful Friday here in Seaside Park. Folks down here taking a ride on the bike, taking a jog, a walk. Lots of folks already on the beach, Sue.
And it's a warm one, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we have been saying this. We're in this heat wave. It's the dog days of summer, but it's beautiful here along the beach.
I was just spraying on some suntan lotion. It's
Good.
definitely the type of day. Bring the suntan lotion and plenty of water because, like Sue said, it is a very hot, sunny one here at the beach today. Joining us right now, our friends from Community Medical Center come in every Friday to join us. And today we're joined by Neil Bryant. He's the Vice President of Support Services at Community Medical Center. And Neil, good morning. Thanks for coming down with us.
Good morning. Glad to be here on the beach.
Oh, it's beautiful, right?
It is gorgeous.
Gorgeous day to come on down to the beach. Now, let's start with the beach, Neil. You have a couple safety tips for us, right? Or actually, not the safety tips, but the sand burial at the beach. Shawn, when you were younger, I know we did this, buried ourselves in the sand. Well, apparently, it's a rough thing, right?
Yeah, we all come to the beach, and I can remember as a kid digging, little holes in the sand and burying my feet. But believe it or not, it's one of the causes of death when you're at the beach, for children especially. Kids under the average age of 12, mostly boys, are the ones affected by this.
So it would be the whole body, or are you saying don't even bury your feet?
No, they're saying it's safe to dig down to your knees. So whether you're an adult or a child, you shouldn't dig any deeper than your knees.
Yeah, I never liked the idea of the whole body because your arms, you'd be surprised. Once that sand is compact, the amount of weight on you, you're not going to be able to get out on your own.
Right, and it's amazing. The Consumer Safety Commission says that even 1 foot of sand can suffocate you. So it doesn't take much.
That is scary, Neil. So you have people, I guess, that come in. We live so close to the beach. That's just very sad. And let's talk a little bit about the in-ground pools, of course, and swimming safety. I have lots of kids always over at my pool every day. Give us some tips about the pool.
Well, I think the first thing with the pool is you never want to leave a child unattended. It's amazing, but this is the leading cause of unintentional death among children ages 1 to 4. So you can't be too safe around the pool, whether it be an above-ground pool, one of those little blow-up pools that are about 1.5 feet deep. So you really want to make sure if you've got a pool or you have something with water out in the yard that you're in attendance with the child.
Once again, Neil, it doesn't take much.
It does not.
Yeah, it's amazing. You have to be there with the kids. I mean, even if you feel that they're, good swimmers, there is always a situation where you might not be able to swim, and then, of course, that's a problem. You could never have the kids in the pool unattended.
Yeah, absolutely. And, one of the best ways to protect your children is to teach them to swim. So you mitigate the risk by actually having the child learn to swim and be able to protect
themselves. And in
themselves.
this area, too, I think it's very, very important. We have, maybe somewhere, instead of like Midwest, we're here right along the coast. There are a lot of pools. There's bays. You swim. So I think it's very important for parents to teach their kids how to swim or get swim. Barbecue, Shawn. Do you ever burn yourself on the barbecue?
No, I'm good, thankfully. But
all right.
But you know what? When we talk about the barbecues, in all seriousness, though, when you're talking about propane, you always want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. You're getting your tanks filled properly by folks who know how to do it. Make sure your connections are good. These are different things, Neil, I'm sure, that can help you from having a problem with the grill.
Absolutely, and most of us these days do use the gas grills, and gas grills are actually one of the #1 cause of fires in July when it comes to structural buildings. And it's just some basic safety tips as far as keeping the grill about 10 feet from your home, ensuring that, as you said, Shawn, you check the connections. One of the things I think most people forget to do when they connect is actually take a little soapy water, get that dish soap,
make
put
sure
it
the
in a
bubbles
cup,
aren't there.
and make sure it's not bubbling when you put it
Seriously?
together.
I've never done that. What do you mean? You pour some...
So where you make the connection right to the gas tank,
Yeah.
right? You've got that bolt. What you do is you take some dish detergent, put it into a cup of water, and then turn the gas tank on, pour it on, and look for it to bubble. The bubbles will indicate that you're leaking and you're not tight enough.
Are you kidding? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's.
We're going to have to do that today.
Another thing,
later
too,
tonight.
Neil, I think that folks forget, too, and just like we talk about with the swimming, keeping an eye on our kids, when you're doing your barbecue, you can't get distracted. You know, you're always having a party or people are over while you're barbecuing, and you got to keep an eye on what's going on because you get a little, grease underneath there. You get a fire. Like you said, next thing you know, if you're too close to the house, there's problems. So you got to pay attention
Neil,
to
you
the
got a
barbecue
little
as well.
alcohol going on. You have a lot going on.
This is why I don't go to her house for a barbecue. She hasn't checked her lines and she's drinking.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing, Neil. It's not good.
It's not.
But no, but these are things we need to do.
Absolutely. And as you said, Shawn, really keeping an eye on the kids, like the pool, is very important. 2 to 3 feet distance. We don't really think about the grill, the exterior of the grill being hot, but believe it or not, annually, about 16,000 people a year show up in the emergency room due to grill injuries. And some of those are children.
Yeah, definitely be careful.
And
definitely
in this heat, Neil, I know it wasn't on your list, but how about hydrated? Keep hydrated right now.
Absolutely. The hydration is really a key. You want to drink plenty of fluids. You want to make sure that you look for those risks. If you're starting to get a headache, starting to feel faint, you want to get out of the heat and get inside and cool down.
It's your body telling you you're overheated.
Absolutely. And it doesn't take much, especially in the heat that we're having this week.
I was going to say, I bet you've had a few cases of heat-related illness this week because we went from not that hot all of a sudden to 100-degree heat index, and it's pretty torrid out there.
Scary with that. We were saying the orange code all week long, and that's very, very bad.
And we've actually seen the emergency room much busier due to the heat, with a lot of our folks that are susceptible to heat, such as the elderly, people with chronic heart conditions and things like that. So, yeah.
So, Neil, thank you for coming down today. We touched on be safe on the beach, be safe around your pool, be safe with your barbecue. So we've got you covered for some entertainment
A lot of it is
without
common
injuries.
sense, but it's things that could happen to anybody. Doesn't matter if you're at a barbecue or if they're over at your house. It's common sense, but could happen at any moment. Just take it easy. Neil, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Have a great day today, Neil. We've got Neil Bryant with us, the
You gonna
Vice
play hooky
President
today now, Neil?
of Support Services.
You gonna play hooky? Shh, don't tell anyone.
He just whispered, but I'm not going to Sue's for a barbecue. All right, we'll be back. More coming up from the Seaside Park Boardwalk Studios. Thanks to Community Medical Center. Neil Bryant with us today with WOBM.